Shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone while I learn this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect out there scattered abroad, pushing this truth on the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and freedom to do so. It's the brother Tazamak coming back with a quick lesson. I'm going to call this lesson, When is Jake Gonna Learn? Okay? You got this goofball in a situation right now. Okay? And he brought it upon himself. Jake is so simple now. I'm in love. She's the one. Of course she is, clown. These niggas don't. No, she ain't. You know, I said that with sarcasm. 90-some% of these relationships are not gonna work in modern time. The woman is too selfish, and Jake is on his own planet nowhere. Okay, the beta is going to continue to lose, and the real man is going to win in the end. The men of the Lord. Okay, but as for now, these niggas is just getting whipped by the court system, the family law system. They're getting tore up. Okay, getting tore up. That's why through the spirit, I don't want no more kids on this side. Because all the majority of the time, all it brings is problems, marriage. That's really a no-no. You know? Thinking you found the one, 12 months later, you in debt. You lose every goddamn thing. Not everybody is Tyreek Hill. Not everybody makes that type of money. Okay? I done been in family court more times than I wish to remember. Because of my demonic baby mama. But when you go in that court, you hear grown men shed tears. Put their head down. They hear shit in there that tears their life up. All right, Mr. Wilson, we're going to take $1,800 from you and he make $2,500 a month. They don't care. Okay, that system was designed to separate the Israelite man and the Israelite woman. Okay, to make women, trust the serpent like they did in the ancient world. Oh yeah, if you divorce your husband, you get $1,000 a month for 2 kids and food stamps. I'm just giving the numbers, even though it differentiates, between people. Everybody's situation is different. But say you got one broad getting $800 a month for child support plus another $600 for food stamps. You hear numbers, and that's actually cheap. I know dudes paying $1,800 for 2 kids, $1,600 for 2 kids, $1,000 for one. I'm paying a crazy amount for one. All right, and make Jake not want to date no more. That's why Jake, even though these women act stuck up, you got this as like the cherry on top. Like, okay, I already know she a demon. They play the games with the texting, the calling, and then on top of that, once I sign this paperwork, it's really gonna be over. As soon as they sign that paperwork, they understand the laws, bro. As soon as they sign this paperwork, they start acting funny. I'll think about cooking. I'll think about giving you some sex. I think about changing the diaper, because they understand that once they sign that paper, or once they go down there and file them papers for divorce or child support, they're gonna tear you up. They're going to tear you up. The only way you can win, and they never really grant this, because I was looking at it. There's other ways as well. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just saying based off what I've seen. A way you can win is if you get your kid, boy or daughter, as far as child support goes, half the month, literally. That's the only way to where you don't have to pay. In today's world, it's hard to have your kid 24/7 when you got to work. Okay, and the father get the short end of the stick. You have anybody to babysitter? Oh yeah, my cousin. If it's a woman, they got all kind of weird rules. But your baby mama can have whoever watching the kids. And then on top of that, you got to pay for the lawyer fees like this demon. You got to pay for the child care. You got to pay the mortgage, all kind of crazy shit. I'm scared. I don't want to get married or have no more kids. Okay, and he's a demon, so he got his judgment. He got his portion of wicked women. All right? I'm going to go ahead and get some scriptures. This is the book of, okay. This is the book of Isaiah 10:1. Oh, yeah, before I get this, I want to throw out some numbers because I couldn't get the article. Because when I'm doing lessons, my phone is always getting interrupted and stuff. I got to get another phone. But anyways, when I'm looking at the numbers, man, it's astronomical. A $500,000 payment for the lawyers, another $500,000 payment. Get to keep the mansions, get to keep the car, or he had to pay $100,000 for a car, $50,000 a month. Plus, you're gonna receive a sum of millions. This shit is crazy, but I mean, that's what you get. You deal with Satan; he's wicked. and she's wicked. You know, a wicked woman given as a portion of a wicked man. I don't feel bad for Jake, because Jake ain't gonna learn, just like Kobe's dumbass. And you know, he's in the spirit world right now. He wasn't a righteous man. Okay, his wife was talking about, I'm gonna leave with half. He was scared. You know, but this is Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Who prescribes these? Not prescribed, but who writes these unrighteous decrees? Esau. These demonic orders to where you got to pay astronomical amounts. You could be broke, and they don't care. How do I know? I've been there before. Years back, I had to go to court, broke as hell, $500 a month. I didn't even have no money. I'm looking at these Edomites in there, and they got smirks on their faces. They love putting hell on Jake. Okay, that's their job. They start cutting too many people, cutting too many Israelites a break. They're gonna get pulled in the back. Hey man, we wanted to pay $800. What you got to pay $300 for? Shit, we want him to pay 2 racks. What you got to pay $400 for? They get off on shit like that, causing hell for the Israelite men. You know. So woe to them. We're gonna get Esau. Okay, but right now, hey, this devil's gonna keep signing them. Okay, and these women is falling. They're gonna realize that they need a man. They gotta stop playing these silly ass games. Okay, I'm gonna get this next in the book of Ecclesiastes. Seven and 26. And I find more bitter than death a woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Okay, and the snare is a trap. Okay, in her mind, all they thinking about is how they can get you. How can we get them? How can I get the most money? How can I get the most child support? You know, they be so happy when they get pregnant by a star, because that's an 18-year check. A nice one, too. You don't even got to work. Be a bum bitch like the rest of these broads and eat, eat TV dinners. And really, they eat, I mean, the ones that get pregnant by these celebrities, they eat better, okay? They eat better. But spiritually, they're dead. Who cares? Spirit, man, if they looked on the outside, the way they look on the inside, they would look like these animals out here that got all these deformities now. Or worse, the things coming out their face. They would look like that. I kid you not. Jake, oh, she look good. She look good. I'm going to have a baby and marry her, okay? All right. It says, whoso pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her. You know, a righteous man like ourselves. Okay, I didn't have plenty of women that the Lord took out of my life. Call her Lord Yahweh Bashim El Shai. At the time, I was fighting with myself. Do I want her to stay? Do I don't? The Lord made a decision for me, which is always the right decision. Okay? The Lord don't want his servant with just any demon out here, man. Distractions. It says, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Okay, and he's a sinner. He's a demon. He don't have a relationship with the Heavenly Father. 9 out of 10, not 9 out of 10, but majority of these celebrities now, they worship the Nation of Islam now anyway. Or Scientology. Man-made stuff. You know? I'm going to get this next in the book of Proverbs. Book of Proverbs 14. Here we go. I'm going to do Proverbs 14. And I'm going to go to verse 1. Every wise woman built her house, but the foolish plug it down with their hands. Okay? Her family. Okay? She's going to make her husband, her kids, her main priority in life. Over a boss bitch mentality. Over the career. Yes. I know it's hard to hear. That is the natural role of a woman. Hey, the main purpose of a woman is to have, babies. That's the main purpose, to be obviously to be submissive to her husband. Not the shit that you see in modern society. So a wise woman is going to do what? Is going to make sure she does what it takes to nourish her kids, beat her for her husband. Okay? A foolish woman plug it down with her hands. She'll give a fuck. Do what this woman did. I want the bag. I want the fast life. Like this woman that said that she left her family because someone was whispering in the ear, which was a spiritual demon, Satan, to move to another state and start a new life, man. She did that because she sees these other women living that lifestyle. Okay? Bad Girls Club, Real Housewives of Orange County. Okay, all these silly shows. Love Island. You know, she see this silly stuff on TV. They see this silly stuff on TV and on Instagram, and they think that's what life's about. OnlyFans. Okay? Damn near every woman has one now like it's a regular social media account. The Lord is letting this wickedness get to a certain point before he intervenes. It's damn near at the boiling point. It is. Hell. And the Lord's about to intervene. All right? These women that's living in pleasure is going to feel it. I'm going to go to the book of Deuteronomy next. Okay. This is Deuteronomy 28. And I'm going to go to verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Okay. Nowadays, these women ain't even delicate and tender, man. They act like men. Okay, what up, bro? I was talking to a woman. She told me, "What up, bro?" And we were supposed to be talking. These women is finished. How your day going, bro? What up, dog? Like, what? You talking to me like one of my homies in the world used to talk to me. When I was in the world, my homeboys used to talk to me like that. It's not attractive. If I'm talking to you the way I used to talk to one of my buddies or something, and then something's wrong, and then it moves to physical. You know, let's play fight, bro. What? These women is finished. It says, her eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and toward her son and towards her daughter. Okay? All these women have is wicked thoughts. Towards their kids, toward their husband, even towards their friends. Women are just demons on the side, man. And the men too, but the women, the scripture said the Lord deprived her of wisdom, roughly paraphrasing. They just imagine 5 rats going crazy inside your head. That's a woman's mind. 5 rats or 5 demons, 7 demons just running around her mind, giving her ideas. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Like they don't have no spirituality at all. Okay? These women have evil thoughts. Man, I get $500 a month out of them. $1,000 a month. Okay, I got 2 kids. What's 2 times 1,000? Okay, that's 2,500. You know what I'm saying? That's all they think about. You got more women killing their kids. You had a woman way back in Louisiana stab both her kids up. A woman put her kid in the oven. Okay? A woman and her husband where I live, okay? It really could have been abroad, but they said somebody kidnapped their son. The parents was behind it. And I'm pretty sure the woman orchestrated it, had a hand in it. That's how demonic they are. They're willing to do anything it takes to get out there and be a city girl. You know? I'm getting ready to close in the book of 1 Timothy. They got something coming, man. And that's why the brother in Miami did a Yapah lesson I'm going to go into that a lot of women are going to be getting turned down in the time of Jacob's trouble. Brothers can spot bullshit. I know she was a demon. I know she was a harlot. You know? I know she had 1,000,001 one-night stands. We're going to look at your spirit. Obviously, we're going to want some type of attraction, but we know how the women are going to be looking during Jacob's trouble. Okay, they're not going to be looking the best. All hell's going to be breaking loose. This is 1 Timothy 5:6. But she that liveth in pleasure, okay, the woman that he was with is addicted to a pleasure lifestyle, just like the rest of these women. Addicted to that mirth, addicted to that folly, addicted to nothing serious, just addicted to having luxury, you know? Addicted to having luxury, not caring about nothing else but posting that Instagram story at Mastro's, posting that new Beamer on Instagram, posting the Balenciaga shirt. Okay? It says is dead while she liveth. Dead how? Spiritually. They prioritize a life of pleasure, a life of materials, a house, a car, the new Range Rover, the new Balenciagas, the new Christian Dior, the new Louis Vuitton, the new Dolce & Gabbana. Okay? They want their credit score to be at 850 at all times. They prioritize all these different worldly things over having a spiritual relationship with Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, which we see, which is the goal in the end to do what's pleasing to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, not getting no damn Louis bag. Okay? The Lord don't care about that shit, man. Think the Lord care about, all right, he wore Louis Vuitton to camp? Or his wife got a new bag? That's all in this world, man. Okay? These women are spiritually dead. You look in their eyes, it's like nobody's there. Okay? You got to be spiritual to be able to see it, because the average person will say, what are you talking about? I'm looking right at her, right? Because they're carnal. But if Jake can see what we see, man, Jake better wake up. Lord's will, this was an edifying lesson. With that, I'm going to say shalom.